We're the guardians of the galaxy. All the love. All the laugh.
When you live with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, your day can be full of reminders of your condition.
Watch me. Watch me tumble, jump, and soar. When our squad is on point, we own the floor. Dazzling stunts and dances are my jam. Pain once caused issues, but they had a plan. A life-changing grace with no surgery to fear. Activity without limits, one more reason to cheer. Watch me. Industry-leading scoliosis treatment at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Sentenced to work a day and night.
Would you be interested in having an affair? We can never allow Betty or Pat to get hurt.
Betty's dead.
I didn't do it.
I think you did.
Like walking into a dream, someone like what you've seen, so much evidence. Got you been waiting for you, falling into this place, giving you a small taste.
Good morning. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Staying safe out there, wherever you may be. You know, the world's a dark place right now, you know? But the thing is, guys, it's only going to get worse, and I've said it. And I'm just going to read to you some of the stuff that I found. Hey, let's see here. Here it is. This is kind of alarming. This article is pretty out there. Fairuse on this. The world could be much closer to Bible prophesied one world government than people realize. And the former U.S. Congresswoman, as you guys probably have known or not known, Sudan has taken control of, or its rebels have taken control of the entire city, including a lab that holds measles and polio. Again, fair use. First Amendment right. Copyright Act of 1976. The Act articulates four-factor balancing test to determine whether to use or fair use. Fair use is a copyright concept that allows the work to be used in ways otherwise would infringe on the copyright but are allowed because the users are particularly beneficial to society, not particularly harmful to the copyright owner. Fair use thus limits the rights of copyright. So, again, we'll get back into this. Where is it? Government restrictions. Okay, so this is what it says. The world could be much closer to Bible prophesied the one world government than people realize. The former U.S. Congresswoman and presidential candidate contends the United States is leading the way. Government restrictions on daily life during COVID-19 pandemic remain fresh in the minds of many Americans. Just 2 weeks ago, President Joe Biden signed a bipartisan congressional resolution to bring the national emergency to a close after 3 years. National emergency status had given sweeping powers to the government. Biden opposed ending the emergency, but also said he would not veto the legislation. During the recent radio broadcast of Understanding the Times, Michelle Bachmann, Fairuse, who served Minnesota's 6th district from 2007 to 2015, was on the go candidate for the president in 2012, informed the audience the Biden administration is now seeking to give broad authority to the World Health Organization that will allow them to make binding healthcare decisions for the United States. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why Iran and China gained control of Sudan. They want to release that virus by the time that these world leaders meet. So when they come time for them to implement the digital currency in the World Health Organization to lock everything down, they can use this virus as an excuse. They said they're going to have a virus in 2024 going into 2025. I've seen the numerology for it, guys, and the number meanings, and they want to take control of your freedom, your expression, to use your right to fair speech. They want to control your self-existence, your self-dependence on yourself. They want to control everything. The numbers operate on the fallen angel side, and they are controlling the global elites. As a matter of fact, the global elites are working for them. Most of them aren't even human, they're chameleon. Fairuse. We're just coming out of 3 years of being under emergency power. We know what that's like. We are close. We were loose some of the most basic civil rights that we've ever had. Where we lose some of the best civil rights we've ever had. That's what's at stake here. Bachman told host Jan Markell, founder and All Truth Ministry, we saw the difficult life that was under the pronouncements of Joe Biden and Dr. Fauci and Centers Disease Control. But that was only because they were already following whatever the World Health Organization. So we've had pretty much a good taste of what life could be like under the one world intentional dictator. This is what this would be. That's not an exaggeration. The amendments are to be considered at the meeting of the World Health Organization. The amendments are the United States Constitution's amendments. They're talking about a binding resolution to get rid of them. This is not a joke. Do not call me a conspiracy theorist. Go look it up for yourself and don't be a dumbass. Linking it on the left. Little has been written or said to these proposed changes in the opposition, not likely to come from the Democrats according to Bachman, because they said that the agenda that they would like to be implemented, there's more control. By 2024 in April, judging by the numerology and the energy and the meaning of the numbers in the unseen realm at that time, it's going to be complete chaos. I believe that Satan will have his agenda to put in place to where he has control fully over the United States using foreign countries like China or Russia. I mean, their missiles literally called Satan, bro. So there are possible tracks for change for the former GOP lawmaker said. One is through what would be called the Global Pandemic Treaty. I typed this in, guys, and it's not good. And guess who's going to have control behind the scenes on this? The fallen angels in Greek mythology known as Mars and Saturn. But they're a star. They're also this mystical meaning, too, to another dimension. So this is why they're trying to open CERN. They're trying to call down the gods. And that's what they plan on doing. So when they implement this treaty, I noticed that they had the Mars has control of war. Saturn has control of agriculture, wealth, and liberation. Liberation, the act of setting something free from imprisonment, slavery, or position. So they want control of liberation. It's not good, guys. Only in this deception, they want control of your rights, what you do, and everything that you do. They want you to be their they want you to be their slaves. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. It says freeing, release, discharge. What's the opposite? Opposite is a confinement, slavery, subjection, oppression. So they're going to do the opposite because they're deceptive. They're lying to people already. They're already telling you what they're going to do. You look at 64 or 61 and you look at 89, it comes up to 154, I believe. And that number was not good for this treaty, bro. Not at all. I explained it in my last video. That's how I know this is not going to be good. So he says, the Global Pandemic Treaty, the other through refining the scope of the World Health Organization by changing amendments at the World Health Assembly. Representative Andy Briggs and Representative Arizona Senator Ron Johnson and Ron Wisconsin have worked to highlight the issue, but with little traction. Johnson proposed that the Global Pandemic Treaty that included the U.S. would have to pass through the Senate for resolution, but his amendment was voted down by Democrats in the Senate, and it's been on the radar for Senator Kevin Cramer, in North Dakota representative. The Democrats who control the U.S. Senate defeated Ron Johnson's amendment. So we know now where the Senate is at. They're all for empowering the World Health Organization and giving this platform for global governance, Bachman observed. House member Briggs has proposed House Resolution 79, who would require the president to immediately... People are going to get really sick, bro. And this is going to start going up. This is all lining up to the 13 days of preparation of Beltane, guys. If you don't know what that is, it's a sacrifice and a ritual that is given to the gods. Baal, which is actually, I believe, Shiva in Hinduism, the god of destruction, but also, if you think about it, she's also known as the god of fertility, or Ishtar, right? So, or the Queen of Mary, which is Queen of Heaven. But in Greek mythology, I believe she's known as something else. But there's the god of death, which is Pluto, which is involved in that as well behind the treaty, I've noticed. So because the Pluto is involved with wars, death, dying, decay, global war, so it all lines up with the four horsemen of Revelation. So House member Briggs has proposed a Resolution 79, which would require the president to immediately withdraw from the World Health Organization and would prohibit use of the federal funds for U.S. participation of the World Health Organization. Resolution would repeal the 1948 Act of the U.S. joining the World Health Organization. Why are we not hearing about this? Because the news won't tell you, that's why. They're going to continue to lie. Their intention is to deceive you, to tell you only what they want you to hear and not what you need to hear. They're coming, guys. And nobody's going to stop them. No. We saw what it was like in 2020, didn't we? They locked us up for months. Who knows? Now, if the World Health Organization gain control of this, dude, they will lock everybody down. Everyone. In their houses and for however long. You saw what they did into buildings in China, and China is behind this. They back the World Health Organization and fair use. Anyways, I gotta get going. Have a wonderful morning, everyone. Shalom. Think about it.